The feelings I get from Just Cause 3 are like a child in my bedroom crashing my Hot Wheels together like a demolition derby, except that I actually see the explosive results. And I am so satisfied with the explosions and destruction that I don't want to stop. It's so easy to get distracted. I would go on a mission and see a base with small gas tanks and this giant round gas tank, and I'm looking at this thing like it's a piece of fried chicken, except I'm ready to blow this thing up and see what happens. The game continues to serve up these enticing displays of things to blow up, and it's so satisfying every single time. And it helps that all of it looks incredibly good. Even with my settings on low, the explosions looked fantastic, and the sound accompanying them felt especially satisfying. Because there is such freedom and capacity to do crazy things, you'll find your style of destruction that satisfies you. I preferred planting C4 on things and trying to chain as many explosions as possible. You might enjoy tethering a bunch of stuff together and launching an RPG into it. The options are there. The nice thing is, you get 2 tethers in this game. You can attach the tether to any object in the world and zip yourself to that object, or you can tether 2 objects together. I found myself using the tether to get places faster. I have a feeling Avalanche Studios wanted it that way because there is literally no ability to run. So you're left with a combination of tethering, parachuting, and using the new wingsuit. I've heard rumblings that parachuting is slower in this game compared to Just Cause 2, but now you can shoot while parachuting, which is especially helpful when there are a lot of ground troops. I also found it very peaceful parachuting through the large open world, which is about the size of Just Cause 2's. And when it was time to get back into the action, the wingsuit helped speed things up. The wingsuit is not easy to control though. It took me the entire game to get comfortable with it. Press hard left or right and you'll spiral out of control in freefall. I could never quite get it with the mouse and keyboard and found it much easier with the gamepad. When you get the hang of it though, the wingsuit is a great addition. The wingsuit isn't the only difficult thing to control. Motorcycles are downright unacceptable. It's like Avalanche were trying to mimic controls when you get on a real bike. You know how it's harder to turn when you're building up speed? That's how it feels, except it stays that way after you've gained speed. Cars handle much better, though each car is different. Older models are harder to turn while sport cars are too loose. I prefer driving the Civics and Mazda 6s of the world, but you could get used to any of those cars. Jets are the best, period. They're still loose when banking, but it feels appropriate because it's a jet and you shouldn't turn hard with jets anyway. In terms of traveling, cars, jets, and helicopters are completely acceptable, but motorcycles, stay away from those. Just Cause 3 has a story. It doesn't need one, but it has one. You're Rico Rodriguez, and you return to your homeland of Medici, and it's run by a dictator named Sebastiano di Ravello. He's trying to take over the world by mining and weaponizing Bavarium. You never care about the events of the story, but the characters are worth it. They are voiced and portrayed very well. Mario Frigo, Rico's childhood friend, is a run-of-the-mill, goofy, lovable, lighthearted character, while Dima, a scientist who used to work on Di Ravello's Bavarium projects, lacks people skills. The only reason to go through the missions is to see how these characters interact. It could be Mario setting Rico up to kiss a cow, or his fantastic dancing, or Dima's insensitive bantering to what should be heavy situations. Otherwise, there's nothing else to look forward to, and the missions end up hampering the open world freedom. For example, certain missions can't be completed until you liberate enough provinces, which is a strange paradox against the rest of the game, which is basically tear down and blow up enough things any way you want until the town is liberated. You can make Rico deadlier by completing challenges. Challenges give you gears based on points you earn in the challenge. Get enough gears, and you can unlock mods for vehicles, weapons, and accessories. They're not a necessity to play the game, but it helps in more creative ways to blow things up. But the challenges can be somewhat frustrating based on what it's asking you to do, like drive a vehicle into something else to blow it up. And based on what they give you to drive, that could pose a major problem. Did I mention the game looks gorgeous? The water in this game is the best water I've seen in any game on any setting. Mountains are lush, lights are brilliant at night, and the game is populated with just enough life for it to feel alive without making it feel like stuff is in the way. Now, here's where things get tricky in this review. Just Cause 3 is an amazing game when it works. The frame rate dips and stutters a lot. A game that's capable of running 60 frames per second or higher frequently dives into the 20s or lower during explosions and other random moments. And if I was hit with a major explosion, it would freeze. Memory leaks are not uncommon as well, causing even more frame rate issues. I'm running a moderate machine, i5, GTX 660 Ti, 8 gigs of RAM, all the settings on low, and finally got it to work, which turning vertical sync off helped the most. But people with i7s and GTX 980s are reporting the same issues on similar settings. And if you're running AMD, problems are even worse. But when the game is running smooth, it's a pleasure to play. Loading is also a big problem. If you die, expect to wait another minute or two before you can play again. It's especially annoying near the end of the game. So here's my recommendation. Don't buy it now. When Avalanche releases the patch, get it, because Just Cause 3 is one of the best open world experiences I've had in a while. The freedom and creativity to blow things up and explore a well-designed, populated world is fantastic, but right now, the technical problems aren't worth it. With that said, I give this game an 8 out of 10. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the GameWatcher YouTube channel, follow on Twitter, and like on Facebook.